best friends was what we supposed to be. We were better being best friends. We were better being best friends. We were better being best friends. No expectation. We were better being best friends. We were better being best friends. Girl, we was better at being.
What's up, Paid Gang? It's your boy Jay, aka Paid with Jay, and I am back with another freaking video. So if you couldn't tell from today's title, your boy is 2 videos into his back to school series. I have much more videos to come. Your boy is doing a freshman advice. I actually had somebody ask me today if I was doing, so I decided to move it up a few weeks. Not really gonna talk much longer. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this freshman advice video. So I wrote down 20 things that are really key points when you're going into your freshman year. So the first one is a really important one, you know. Don't come into high school thinking you're all that, you know. You're new, you're fresh meat, you're at the bottom of the food chain. Know your place. Your place is down here. Everybody else is up here. You're down here. Stay down here. Second up is always stay on your A game. This means always keep your grades up right. Don't procrastinate, none of that stuff. Always stay on your A game because your freshman year is really your most important year. You really need to always get good grades. Try to at least shoot for like all A's or honor roll all throughout your freshman year, because your freshman year and your sophomore year are really your cushion years for your GPA. After that, your junior and your senior year, you know, your junior year is quote unquote your hardest year, and your senior year you're kind of wrapping everything up. So your freshman year and your sophomore year are really like the years that you really need to be on your stuff. Next one, get involved in school activities, and this means clubs, sports, spirit week, things like that. You know, I really met most of my friends doing track, and I met a lot of upperclassmen doing track. And you really make a lot of friends when you get involved in school. Like, I'm in a club and a lot of people are in that club, and I made a lot of friends with those people in that club. So, you know, it's just always good to get involved. You know, Spirit Week is especially a good way to, you know, get involved in school, because not only are you showing school spirit, but you might like what somebody else is wearing, you compliment them, they compliment you, y'all start talking, and boom, y'all cool, or y'all at least associates. So, you know, it's just get involved, because that's one of the things you're gonna remember when you graduate high school. And 2, that's an easy way to meet new people, especially if you're doing like something like a club or sport. I really would say like a sport is probably one of the most easiest. Number 4 on this freshman advice list, be prepared to lose your friends. That little middle school clique that you used to have is not gonna be there by the time second semester comes around in your freshman year. I'm sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry if you don't believe me, but you're going to believe me once second semester comes around. Your friends aren't gonna stick around. You know, there's high school is totally different from middle school. Totally different from middle school. You know, you got so many different kinds of people. You know, you got the weird kids, the smart kids, the wanna be popular kids, the popular kids. You know, you have all these different groups of people. You know, high school is kind of a place where teens find who they are or don't know who they are. So people are going to branch out to new things, and the people who you thought were your friends aren't gonna be your friends anymore. So just be prepared to lose friends. Number 5, stay out of drama. I cannot stress this enough. Stay out of drama. Like, drama will distract you from everything, you know. It'll distract you if you're doing sports, it's gonna distract you from that. If you're trying to get good grades, it's gonna distract you from that because you're just so caught up in drama. Like, drama is not good. Drama puts a bad rep on your name. You don't want to be labeled as that person who's just always in drama or is always starting drama. Like, drama is just so overrated. Drama is just like, it's not something you want to be in, especially in high school, because things can escalate quickly. Trust me, I've witnessed stuff escalate very quickly. Next, this should be self-explanatory, but for the ones who don't know this, I'm gonna break it to you. Don't be that loud person who's just always screaming in the morning. Don't do that, because not only the upperclassmen, but sophomores and probably some freshmen are gonna look at you like, what are you doing? Shut up. I'm not sure what y'all counseling does, what time y'all go to school, but I know for me, especially this year, I don't go into school until 9 o'clock. That's still early, so don't be screaming all loud like that. Please don't, because it's already early. Nobody wants to be at school. You might be having a bad day at school. Nobody wants to hear nobody screaming, no best friend in the morning. No, nobody wants to hear you screaming, laughing, screaming, laughing, screaming. No, none of that. Don't be that person. Next, don't be a bully. Don't be a bully. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, how many insecurities you got. None of that. Don't be no bully. That's not cool. You know, you shouldn't be putting anybody down ever. That's just something that's not cool. Number 8, make a good bond with your teacher. Now, y'all, I made a good bond with my teacher in my sophomore year. First of all, the class was mad fun. Me and teacher joking all class. And second, you know, if you're doing bad in that class, or if you're on the verge of like getting a B or on the verge of getting an A, and you're like one or 2 points away, because you and that teacher got a good bond, they gonna up your point. They're gonna turn that 89.99 into an A. So it's just simple things like that. Like, make a good bond with your teacher. Not only is it gonna make the class fun, but it's also gonna, you know, help you in the long run if you're not doing so good in that class. Number 9, start volunteering before you actually need your hours. I'm not sure if, you know, your school might have this club, but I know for me, I have an FCCLA club. It's like a 30-minute club after school, and you get community service hours just by, community service and volunteering hours, I think that's the same thing. So you get those hours just by coming to the club. So it's I'm not sure how it is, but I know for me it's every Wednesday, and 30 minutes will go towards your community service hours or your volunteer hours. So start like maybe your sophomore year, and by your senior year you should have all your community service hours. So number 10, you do not need a whole lot of school supplies. Don't be that one kid who comes to school with a bag full of school supplies. I'm talking binders, notebooks, pencils, markers, crayons, glue sticks, scissors, ruler, hole puncher. None of that. No rulers, no nothing. Teachers will supply you with rulers, scissors, crayons, all that stuff. When you come to school, like your first day, they give you like a syllabus, and they'll give you like supplies you need. And the supplies you need will be less than 8 things. And for multiple classes, you probably need like the same thing. So I know for me, I have 4x4 blocks. So for my 4 blocks, I might need a binder. So for 2 blocks, I have 1 binder for those 2 blocks. And the other 2 blocks, I have a binder designated for those 2 blocks. So, you know, don't bring a whole lot of supplies to school, because you don't need it. You don't need a big old book bag and none of that. You don't need any of that, you know. Just go by what the supply list says that your teacher gives you, and you'll be A-okay. Number 11, make sure you're hanging with the right crowd. You can get into a lot of issues hanging around the wrong crowd, you know. Hanging around the wrong crowd can get you in trouble, suspended from school, possibly in jail. I mean, there's a lot of things the wrong crowd can get you, especially if you have a lot of going for yourself. You know, just try to stay away from the bad kids or whatever. Stay away from them and just try to do your best in school. Number 12, this should be self-explanatory too, but for the rude ones or who don't know how to do this, I'm gonna let you know. If you step on somebody's shoe, if you step on the back of somebody's shoe, say sorry. Don't just look at the person like no. If you step on somebody's shoe, say sorry. That's the polite thing to do, because that's how stuff gets started. Step on somebody's shoe, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that, and keep it moving. Nobody, especially if it's a white shoe, say sorry. Especially if you scuffed up the shoe, say sorry. Like, I just find that so rude, and that's happened to me so many times. Like, people say, and y'all know I'm serious about my shoes. So somebody steps on my shoe and I'm just like, say sorry. Like, you don't just step on somebody's shoe and not say sorry. That's rude. 13, make sure you ask questions in class. Don't worry if you're gonna get it wrong, you know, because if you get it wrong, that's somebody else's example. If they have that same question and they got the same answer as you, but they didn't want to ask, but you asked, and y'all both got it wrong, you learning, also somebody else in your class is learning. So always ask questions, especially if you don't understand something that's going on. Even if you do understand something that's going on, just always ask questions to, you know, get an understanding of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Number 14, check your grades frequently. And I mean like 2 to 3 times a day. So I know for me, during the school year, I check my grades 3 times a day. So in the morning, like probably after I'm finished getting dressed and everything, I check my grades. In the middle of the school day, I'll check my grades, probably at like lunch. And then when I get home, I'll check my grades to see if like any of my teachers updated anything. I always try to stay on top of my games, especially when it comes to grades and checking them, because you know, if you missed an assignment and you're always checking your grades, the next day you come into school, you can be like, hey, Miss So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so, I need to make this up. I see I didn't do it. I saw it in the grade book. It was a 0. It was red. I need to make this up. So what's good? So always check your grades. Always check your grades. Number 15, this is actually something that I need to work on. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination is gonna lead you really nowhere, you know. When you procrastinate, you really don't get an assignment done to the best of the ability that probably could have been done. So as soon as you get an assignment and you know you're not doing anything, just complete it, or at least start on it and, you know, gradually work on it. That's actually something that I need to work on. Don't just come, okay. Example, you get a project, right? You come home, you have no homework, you're not doing anything that day, and you just come home and go to sleep. You could have easily at least took 30 minutes out of that, the rest of your day, started on the project, and then just went about your day, you know? It's just stuff like that, like time management. Don't procrastinate, because procrastination is gonna lead you nowhere. Number 16, stay organized. I'm actually gonna stay more on the organized side this year, even though I'm really always organized. I wanna start writing stuff in my planner. Just stay organized. Organization really helps a lot, especially in high school, you know, color coordinate things with a planner, what's it called? A bullet list. No, not a bullet list, a bullet journal, just stuff like that, you know. Always stay organized. Organization really does help. So my camera's about to cut off, so I'll be right back. Number 17, this goes along with number 16. Plan everything out. This goes for assignments, important dates, you know, homework. I actually use an app. Let me go to it real quick and show y'all. I use eGenda, and eGenda just helps me keep all my assignments, you know, my tests, quizzes, assignments, projects, homework. It helps me keep all that in check. You know, you can color coordinate things. I know for last year, geometry was red, Spanish 2 was purple, and world history was green. So yeah, just always organize your stuff. If you're not really a write down pencil paper person, eGenda is the perfect app for you. No, this is not sponsored, but go download eGenda if you're like me and you really don't like writing stuff down. You can just pull it up, go to assignments, add it, and you'll be good. So yeah. Number 18 and number 19 kind of go together. Number 18 is don't be late to school. Like, I'm not sure if y'all high school is like this, but at mine, if you get a certain amount of tardies, you get ISS. And that's not really good because it goes on your record. Colleges look at that stuff. Don't be late, don't be tardy. I dealt with a few tardies, but it wasn't nothing too major. So yeah, don't be tardy. And number 19, don't skip class. I know a lot of people find it like cool to skip class. Don't skip class because you're gonna miss important information. And when it comes time to test or quiz, you're gonna be looking stupid because you don't know the information because you thought it was okay to skip class. So don't skip class at all. It's really stupid. Just come to class, do what you gotta do, and go home. Like, it's not that hard. And last but not least is be yourself. I know it sounds like a little cliche, but be yourself. Don't come into school trying to act like something you're not. Be yourself and everything's gonna be okay, because if you're not gonna be yourself, then people are gonna catch on to that and you're gonna be labeled as that person who thinks that they're something but they're really not. And that goes around a lot in my school, but we're not gonna talk about that because that's a whole nother different story. So yeah, that's really all for this freshman advice video. I really hope I helped a lot of you because I know I got a lot of young subscribers who are subscribing to me. So yeah, that's really it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at paperjays and tweet me, also paperjays. Until next time, peace, fade gang.